Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. I am so glad that you are here with me today because today is Spellbinders 20th birthday. At least I think it's today. I do know that we are doing this celebration today, so my assumption is that's because today is the day. And to do that, we're going to be making some birthday cards. I'm going to be using, this is from the brand new release for June. This is so lovely. This one is called So Many Candles because it is so many candles, and it is a glimmer plate, which means I get to play with my fun foil again, right? I'm also going to be using the birthday unboxing glimmer because I want to do all things glimmer. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting this ready. I do have my glimmer hot foil system heating up, so it is not ready. The light is not on yet. I'm going to go ahead and put my panel down, and while I'm waiting, I'll go ahead and start cutting some foil. Now I have not used this glimmer plate yet, so I haven't completely decided how I'm going to do this. I think I may put it on some pattern paper, but before I do that, I'm going to try it out on white to see how it looks just white, maybe with a colorful mat or something like that. Also going to go with some of my red foil, at least for this first one, and I'm using my quick cutter to cut this down. Now this is, before it gets too hot, let me go ahead and measure. This is about 4.5 inches wide by 5 3/4. So that means that pretty much however you decide to do it, it is going to need to be trimmed down. Okay, so if I want to be able to measure it to 5 3/4, because I think this does, as that does go over the entire thing, so that is good. That means I'm going to be turning my quick cutter this way to be able to cut across. Now this is really cool. It's got a couple of little feet, see that? And it is flexy, which means that when you place this down, it flexes a little bit. It holds your paper in place, but it makes it so that you can get everything just lined up like you want to. So let me start this right about the edge there. And I did say 5 3/4, so I am going to cut it right around 6 inches to be on the safe side. And I did find my little blade since the last time I did my that last foiling video. So as always, we need to put our foil shiny side down. Also going to line this up with the grid that's on there so I can try to get it mostly straight. And my AC is already trying to pull this everywhere. Okay, this is what's supposed to happen. The heat pulls it down, and that is exactly what I want to happen. I usually line everything up kind of at the bottom, but since that end's going to be going in the machine first, kind of think I need to have that end having the short end of this cardstock since it is long. Okay, so that's where my plate is. I need this to be right around there. I think that should do it. I am going to use both of my plates. I've got my shim and I've got my spacer pad, and now I'm going to just hit the timer. Okay, so the timer has turned green, so it's all ready to go. Let me gently pull that out so nothing shifts, and then run that through my Platinum 6. And I don't know, since this is the first time using this big plate, I don't know if this is too much pressure using both of those. If it is, no worries, I can probably still use the panel, but I can just use just one instead of the two next time. So let's remove those and take a look. And the plate is so heavy, I can't pick it up with my Spellbinders tool. Okay, looking at this, you can tell that it did go through really well, and let's take a look. It does look like I missed a little bit, so I've got just some letterpress over here instead of the whole thing, but oh my god, I am loving that. And I'm loving this because guess what? I can use the waste on another card, but isn't that gorgeous? Yay! Okay, so that's one. So I'm gonna have to grab out a piece of pattern paper, and I think I want to go with the red again as well. So let me move my die cutting machine out of the way, and I'll plug this back in so that it is getting ready. That is just, oh my god, I love that one. That kind of goes up there with that birthday present one that I've got, that I made a ton of panels with and then have trouble letting go of any of the cards because I love the panels so much. Anyhow, so again, I am placing my foil down on my platform here. Let's cover the whole thing. And then I'm taking a piece of pattern paper and I'm lining it up with that grid line since I know that this is pretty much straight. And I'll go ahead and put both of those plates back on top because it looks like that was fine. The platform is saying that it is ready, so now I can just hit the timer. And when it finishes counting down, I can run that through my Platinum 6 again. Oh, love, 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 love. Okay, so the light has turned green. So let me gently pull that out so it doesn't shift. And we'll run this through again. And let's see how this one did. Just looking at it, it looks like it did well. It was pulling off the side. Oh my goodness. But let's see what it looks like on some colorful pattern paper. Oh, I think I may actually color in the candles a little bit so it pops a little bit more from the background, but I'm loving this one too. Okay, I am getting too tickled again. You guys know that happens. I am so sorry if it annoys you, if my laughing annoys you, but look at that. That is just too cool. Okay, so now I've got basically 2 cards. I want to play with this one some more, but you know, if I keep on going, then I am never, ever going to get done with this video. So let's move this guy on off, and then let's play with the sentiments, because I need a bunch of sentiments now, don't I? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do a set of them on white. Let me grab that. So here are all the sentiments. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do the entire set all on white cardstock, and then I can try it on a different cardstock. So we've got Happy Birthday. Oops, I missed your birthday. I think I'm going to try doing the same thing I did before and line it up on these grids. See if I can keep them somewhat straight, but I do need to have them somewhat apart too. And I like that Oops, I Missed Your Birthday because I have not had any of that sentiment. This one is really cool too. It says, it's not a pony. And best gift ever. Do I want to do that? I do know I want to do another happy birthday. Reason being, I am collecting happy birthday sentiments so that I don't have to stamp them out every time. Have a magical day means you could do it on anything. And this, I think, would be perfect for that one. It says, close your eyes and make a wish. And I think I do want to have at least one more on here. Let's go with Time to Celebrate. And I'm going to line them all up on this edge. I'm going to slide them over so they're all basically lined up, because that'll help me to line up my foil. Now I just need to cut a piece of foil. And that looks like it's around just a little over 4, so I'm going to cut it a little longer and make that about like 4.5 to 5, and I'm going to go with red to start off with. And what I'm doing to make sure that I've got the lines, you know, exactly perpendicular is that because I got that little bar on the bottom of this, I'm running that up against the edge. So 4, that's at 5, so cut it right at 5. Okay, and then we will wait for the timer. Okay, so it looks like that is all ready to go. Let's try running it through. And let's see how this one turned out. Okay, so that is looking better. I think you can tell the difference. This, you can see the words very, very clearly. So that means that it's probably done the right amount of pressure. The only downside is sometimes that also means it might have a little bit of overfoiling, but that's something you can take care of with your sand eraser. So I'm gonna turn my, I don't want to, I'm gonna turn my glimmer machine off for a bit, move it off to the side, and that way I can go ahead and start assembling these cards and die cutting out first all of these sentiments. So first time around, I'm gonna do this guy with my happy birthday and with the little sentiment strip banner right there. And I'm just gonna tack that down with some washi tape to make sure that it stays in place. And you don't want to put your tape over the foil because it can dull it. And we don't really want dull foil. I mean, why do we go through the trouble of adding the foil if we wanted it to have a dull finish, you know? Okay. Now I've got my first 2 sentiments. So it's time to celebrate. That looks cool. And happy birthday. Oh, and I actually lined it up pretty much perfect. I am loving that. That shadow layer is just so nice. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these taken care of, and then I can start assembling my first card. Okay, so I'm kind of not certain what color I want to use for the candles. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit of different ones. Starting off with some alcohol markers. These are the PP family, PP1 and PP2. And I'll just start at one end and we shall see how this does. Let me put a little bit of the color down here at the bottom. Actually, I think that might look good. That's going to be, it'll basically darken it up just a little bit from the background. May need to go a little bit darker though. And it doesn't hurt the foil at all if you color over it. You can ink blend over foil, you can alcohol marker color over foil. We go with PP3, I think. Yeah, that one looks a little bit darker. And for this one, I think I'm just going to bring it, I'm going to go with my normal coloring, I think, just going along the edges, and then I may decide just to color the whole darn thing, you know? That looks pretty good though. And then I'm going back over it with the PP2. This definitely, if I'm sticking with the pinks, would definitely make it a girl card. So I think I'm going to also switch it up and add some other colors in as well. So this one is my OR2, and then let's see if my OR1 is working good too. That's something I'm never sure on because I use these things at Halloween so much that they go dry really, really fast. Adding some of the orange in the OR1 in the front, and then adding some of the OR2 along the edges. Just give it a little bit of a curved shape. And then going back over again with some of my OR1. I'm really liking that orange one. That is cool. Okay, so I've got pink and I've got orange. let's try some, don't know if I really want to do red. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a try. Let's see what this red looks like on here. Lots of markers, right guys? Sometimes you just gotta go crazy. Okay, now they are all out of the way. And I think I want to use this sentiment and this one. And because they are both with a white border around them, I think that's going to work well. So let me grab out a card base. I think I also want to do, I think I'm going to mat it on some red foil cardstock. I believe I've got some over here. I cut this one down to 4 1/4. Trim down my card panel and then add it to that base and decide how I want to do that. Okay. And next I'm going to go ahead and melt this down onto my red cardstock. And then I'll trim it down so it's got that little tiny border around the edges. And that's going to be perfect to go onto my card base. Okay, and then onto my card base. Oh, this is so fun. And then I'm going to pop these guys up on a little bit of foam. And just plopping it down like that made me decide I am going to shift it off to the side a little bit because I think that looks better. Okay, now I need some foam to go for this one. Oh, that is going to be great. Awesome. And next I am going to use some of my little heart confetti. I had this thing like 2 years ago and I still haven't run out of those little, it's basically table scatter and I keep using it and it doesn't go away. And there is so much foil going on over here that you really can't see it that much. But that's okay. I know the hearts are there. And I think I do want one more up here. I'll add one of these little pink ones. I am loving this card. That is just so fun. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. Okay, I am going to end this video here. I'm going to go back and make that other card though, and that's going to be fun. But anyway, if you'd like to see some more videos where I'm using Spellbinders products, check out the playlist. You guys have a wonderful day. Happy birthday, Spellbinders. And I will see you soon. Remember, if I can make it, you can too. See you next time.